Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to be unboxing a 64GB Kingston micro SD card. Now this isn't just going to be a normal unboxing like normal. Instead I'm also going to be unboxing this little device. This is a Memory Stick Pro Duo adapter. It basically just lets you stick your micro SD card and use the and basically use it for a PlayStation Portable, a Sony branded camera, a Handycam, or a digital recorder. So in other words, it basically just lets you use a regular micro SD card on one of Sony's proprietary uh, devices. Now I have a Now for this video, I am going to be switching out my PlayStation Portable's measly 2GB as proprietary memory card, or memory stick, I should say, in favor of well, one that actually lets me install a whole bunch of games. Because let's face it, this thing is only going to be able to store a small handful of games. Now I'm not going to be modding my PlayStation Portable in this video. I'd actually like to keep my PlayStation Portable in an unmodded state as much as I can. I will probably mod it at some point in the future, just not now. Now, I just want to see what I can do with an unmodded system. So here we have the micro SD card adapter. You know, if you just want to use it on a device that supports just a regular SD card slot. And here's the memory card itself. Now, let's get the adapter here out. The adapter itself is you can get pretty cheap. I got this for about 10 bucks off of Amazon. As for the Kingston micro SD card, I got it for $6.99 at Staples. Basically an electronics store here in Canada. It even has a slot for micro SD card, but it doesn't come with one, so that's why I had to buy one. So basically, for about 16 bucks, I'm going to be able to fill up my PSP with a whole bunch of games. But obviously I can't just stick this in right away. I have to actually format this. Now, because it is greater than 32 gigabytes, I actually have to use a program called GUI Format on my PC, so I can format the micro SD card to FAT32. That's the format that you need in order to use a micro SD card on your PlayStation Portable. So I got a micro SD card adapter here. Whoopsies. So just stick this in my PC. Okay, I'm here on my computer, and I just stuck in the micro SD card. I actually had to use the adapter provided because for some reason sticking in the micro SD card into the adapter alone doesn't work. So I stuck it inside the adapter. It's working now, and as you can clearly see, I got about whatever is the equivalent of 64 gigabyte. It's obviously not 64 gigabyte because 1 byte is not necessarily equivalent to sorry, what I meant to say was, yeah, 64 gigabyte doesn't actually get you 64 gigabyte. It's actually a little bit less because of how it works. As you can see here, it's an exFAT. We need FAT32. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run a program called GUI which I've already installed. You can get this pretty cheaply. Actually, you can find this with a quick Google search. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do this, set it to set the allocation size to the default size of 64, the equivalent of 64 gigabyte, and yeah, make sure it's the correct drive letter. You don't want to accidentally format something else. Quick format, and do you really want to format? Yes. Oh, right, gotta. That's strange. Okay. Okay, yeah. So as it turns out, you have to make sure that all your all the other all your windows are closed when doing this. So as you can see here, it is now it's basically done now. I can close it. I can now go over and check it. So here's drive E, properties, and as you can clearly see, it is now FAT32. So what I'm going to do is now close this and eject it safely, I should say. And it's now ejected safely, and I'm going to go to my PlayStation Portable now. Okay, so I got my PlayStation Portable out here now. Now I have the micro SD card inside the adapter. So just take it out, pop it into this Memory Stick Pro Duo adapter, and now stick it into my PlayStation Portable. Now let's turn on my PlayStation Portable. No memory stick inserted. Okay, let's go to system settings. No memory stick inserted. What? Okay, well that's strange. Yeah, that is a bit odd. Make sure this thing is like no, it's definitely this way. Okay, hopefully it works now. The memory stick cannot be read. Go to settings, system, settings to format the memory sticks. Okay, good. Yeah, when you get that error message, that's a good thing. That means it's now being recognized. So format memory stick. Do you want to format the memory stick? Yes. All data on the memory stick will be deleted. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. And now format is complete. So let's actually check. Oh, okay, it's all right. Hopefully it's okay. Yeah, seems to be a bit slow, but yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You now have 58 gigabytes free, and with that, I now have 64 gigabytes free to use on my PlayStation Portable. What I do with that is up to me, but the point is I have a whole bunch of space now to spare. I don't have to worry about running out of space, at least for the time being, especially since a lot of PSP games are like within a gigabyte anyways. And I do plan on getting some of them physically, as I don't have a single physical PlayStation Portable game yet. Now, I should mention that it does support this adapter does support up to 128 gigabyte micro SD card. I opted to use 64 gigabytes because I don't want it being too slow. Same thing for like the Nintendo 3D. I noticed this with my 3DS, where I put in, I think, 128 gigabyte micro SD card into it, and it was noticeably slower, and the loading times were definitely much longer than normal. But yeah, I might go for that 128, or if need be, or better yet, what I can do is on Amazon you can find a dual slot adapter as well, so you can fit like two 64 gigabytes micro SD card into those slots, and it will work just fine as well. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this video, guys. This is like probably the probably one of the cool things you can do without modding your PSP, assuming you like to keep it unmodded. But I know you can mod this to have like all sorts of stuff. I just choose not to. That's just a me thing. I But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe as always, and I will see you next time. Take care.